Let's talk about China. So while you were all distracted and while we are all distracted with the banks collapsing, the United States is moving closer to a war with China this evening. Over the past few days, the United States has ramped up its rhetoric and war footing with China, moving huge amounts of ships and weapons towards China in fleet. They're moving the fleet there, which is great news. They delivered brand new nuclear submarines as part of this deal with Australia. That's about to happen. And members of U.S. Congress are openly talking about war with China. And for the first time that I can remember, China is openly talking about the U.S. provoking a war with China, which China never talks about this. They never open their mouths about this. They stay quiet, but not now, as Arnaud Bertrand points out from this Wall Street Journal piece. This is exactly what Xi Jinping had said. And Arnaud says, to my knowledge, this is an unprecedented statement by Xi. So here's what Xi Jinping just said. Western countries led by the United States have implemented all-round containment, encirclement, and suppression against us, bringing unprecedentedly severe challenges to our country's development. And as Caitlin Johnstone reports this morning in a great piece, she calls, and she has a piece up called "The Drums of War with China Are Beating Much Louder Now." And she really lays out what's happening. And she says, quote, "Comments from both Washington and Beijing have suddenly become much more pointed and aggressive in recent days, with talk about hot war now being discussed as not just a real possibility, but in many cases a probability." So that's good.
What's a hot war? As opposed to a Cold War?
Well, actual missiles are fired rather than the talk of missiles being fired like a Cold War. Members of the U.S. Congress are openly saying that we are now at war with China. Oh, yes. So I don't know if you know that, but according to our members of Congress who just got back from Taiwan, we are at war with China, so we better get prepared. Here's Representative Tony Gonzalez, who just returned from Taiwan, where we just sent a whole bunch of weapons. Watch.
My first question is for you, General. I just got back from a trip from Taiwan. It's the second trip to Taiwan in the past 14 months. I spent 20 years in the military, as my good friend August Pfluger pointed out, our chairman pointed out. I know what war looks like. We're at war. I mean, this is a war. Maybe a Cold War, but this is a war with China. With the People's Republic of China, every single day are invading Taiwan via their cyberspace. Not only that, but the question I have for you is, in particular, your expertise is in air. I spent 5 years as an air crewman flying against China. I know exactly when they come out and they intercept our aircrafts.
We are affiliated with a 501c3 called We Are the 51%. This is based off of all the good people in the world giving extra effort to have a better way of life. You can donate, sponsor, or even make a tax-deductible payment to help these children to get food so no child goes to sleep hungry. How you can help is to go to our website, matt55.com. You go to the bottom right-hand corner of the video, then click the button that says Retail Customers. You can choose either option, the $5 or the $40 donation options. Either click the Add button below the dollar amount of which one that you choose. Then the next page, choose the quantity of the donation amount. For example, if you'd like to donate $1,000, then you can change the quantity amount to $200. Then click the Checkout button in the bottom right-hand corner, and then on the next page, enter your credit card information, name and address. We will send you out a receipt for the amount so you can write this off as a donation on your taxes or also on your business taxes. Remember, our main goal is $1 million to help sponsor 20,000 children. 1 billion people in the world will lose their life due to starvation due to the famine that has already begun by 2025.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah.